Heavy breathing. Security monitors flicker. Red emergency, lights pulse across the hallway. Dominic doesn't look at her. He's listening. Then, a voice over the radio. Target is moving. Gwen swallows. This wasn't a lockdown. It was a hunt. If you were her, would you still trust him after knowing the truth? Tell me below. First confrontation. The two men in the security office don't move toward the closet. Not yet. They're still at the monitors, still reviewing footage. You sure it was them? The second one sounds skeptical. I know what I saw. Could have been a loop, a ghost image. Vincent said seal the floor, so we seal it. One of them moves toward the door, leaves. The other stays, watching the monitors. His back to the closet. In the tiny space, Gwen can barely breathe. Dominic's chest is against hers. She can feel his heartbeat. Steady, too steady. Like this is normal for him. The man at the monitors picks up his radio. South stairwell secured, moving to north access. Vincent's voice crackles back. Copy, and the elevator shafts. Already locked down. Good, they're rats in a maze now, only a matter of time. The man sets down his radio, stretches, yawns. Then he turns. Looks right at the closet. Gwen stops breathing. The man takes a step closer. Another. His hand reaches for the closet handle. Dominic's gun comes up, slow, silent. The man's fingers wrap around the handle. A voice from the hallway. Hey, need you at the north exit, now. The man's hand drops. On my way. He leaves. The door closes behind him. Silence. Gwen exhales. The sound is too loud. Wait, Dominic's whisper is barely audible. Count to 30. She counts. At 30, he opens the closet door, peers out. Empty. They slip out, move to the monitors. Dominic starts typing again, pulling up different feeds. What are you doing? Looking for a gap, somewhere they're not watching. Screen after screen, every angle covered, every exit blocked. Except. There, he points. The 10th floor, service elevator, industrial, freight only. One guard, standing at the entrance. That goes down to the loading dock, back alley access. There's a guard. One guard, not 4, not 6, one. So what, we fight our way through. If we have to. Dominic, you have a better idea. She doesn't. He pulls up the building schematics, studies them. If we take the south stairwell down to 10, we come out behind him, 20 feet, maybe less. And then what? Then I handle it. The way he says handle, cold, final. You mean kill him? He doesn't answer. Dominic, you're talking about killing someone. I'm talking about surviving, he looks at her. You want to walk out of here, this is how. There has to be another way. There isn't. A sound from the hallway, more footsteps, multiple sets. Dominic grabs her hand, pulls her to the door. They peer through the window. 4 men, checking every room, systematically. Coming their way. We're out of time. Dominic opens the door, checks both directions. South stairwell, now. They run. Down the hall, past empty offices, past darkened conference rooms. The stairwell door is ahead. Behind them shouts, there. Gunfire. A bullet hits the wall next to Gwen's head. She screams. Dominic fires back, doesn't look, just shoots. Someone cries out. They hit the stairwell, start descending. Footsteps above, the men are following. Faster, Dominic's voice is sharp. They take the stairs 3 at a time. Gwen's ankle twists, pain shoots up her leg. She stumbles. Dominic catches her. You okay? No. Can you run? Do I have a choice? No. They keep moving. 10th floor. Dominic stops at the door, listens. Quiet on the other side. He opens it slowly, inches. The service elevator is visible, 50 feet away. The guard is there, back to them, radio to his ear. No sign on 12, checking the... Dominic moves. Fast, silent, lethal. He's across the space before Gwen can blink. The guard turns, too late. Dominic's arm wraps around his throat. The guard struggles, claws at Dominic's arm. Dominic doesn't let go. The guard's movements slow, weaken. Stop. Dominic lowers the unconscious body to the ground, takes his radio, his weapon. Looks back at Gwen. She's frozen in the doorway, staring. He's alive. Dominic's voice is flat, just unconscious. You could have killed him. But I didn't. This time. He stands, walks back to her. You want to judge me? Fine, do it later, when we're not about to die. The stairwell door above them crashes open. They're on the stairs. Dominic grabs Gwen, pulls her to the elevator. Hits the button. Nothing happens. It's locked down. He pulls out the override card, swipes it. The elevator groans, starts moving. How long? Gwen asks. 30 seconds. The footsteps in the stairwell get louder, closer. 20 seconds. Men burst through the 10th floor door. There. More gunfire. Dominic pushes Gwen behind a concrete pillar, returns fire. The elevator dings. Doors open. Go, he shoves her inside. She stumbles in, he follows. Hits the button for the loading dock. The doors start to close. A hand shoots through, stops them. A man forces the doors open, gun raised. Dominic kicks. The man's wrist snaps, he screams. The gun falls. Dominic catches it, slams the butt into the man's face. The man drops. The doors close. The elevator descends. Gwen presses herself into the corner, shaking. You broke his wrist. Yes. And his nose. Probably. You didn't even hesitate. Dominic checks the stolen guns, counts the ammunition. Hesitation gets you killed. Where did you learn that? He doesn't answer. Dominic. Not now. Yes, now. You move like military. You shoot like. I said not now. The elevator jerks, stops between floors. Emergency lights flicker on. They're stuck. Dominic immediately goes to the control panel, tries the override. Nothing. He tries his card. Nothing. They've disabled it remotely. His jaw tightens. Can you fix it? Not from inside. A speaker crackles to life. Vincent's voice fills the elevator. Hello, Mr. Cross. Enjoying the ride? Dominic doesn't respond. You've been very busy tonight. Quite impressive, really. But you had to know this was always how it would end. Still nothing from Dominic. You're trapped in a metal box. We control the power, the doors, everything. You have two choices. Surrender the folder and the girl, or we turn off the oxygen and wait. Gwen's eyes go wide. They can do that. Yes, Dominic's voice is quiet. You have 5 minutes to decide. The speaker goes dead. Silence. Gwen slides down the wall, sits on the floor. This is really happening. Yes. We're going to die in an elevator. No. You sound very sure. Because I've been in worse situations. When? He finally looks at her, really looks at her. And for the first time, she sees it. Not the lawyer, not the boss. The soldier. Afghanistan, 2009. I was embedded with a unit tracking weapons dealers. We got ambushed in Kandahar, pinned down for 18 hours. No ammo, no water, enemy on all sides. Her breath catches. You were military. Army intelligence. 4 years. Then I came home and went to law school. Why? Because I was good at finding information, at making connections others couldn't see, at understanding criminal organizations from the inside. He leans against the wall. The Rossi family recruited me right out of school, thought they were getting a smart lawyer. They got someone who'd spent 4 years learning how to take apart organizations exactly like theirs. The folder is 4 years of intelligence gathering, every name, every connection, every dirty deal. He slides down to sit next to her. I was going to hand it to the FBI, disappear into witness protection, start over. What stopped you? Sofia, my sister. They found out what I was planning, threatened her, said if I turned, she'd pay the price. So you didn't turn. I couldn't. She's all I have left. The elevator is getting warmer, stuffier. Gwen pulls off her jacket. How long can we survive in here? Depends how fast they cut the air circulation. Could be hours, could be minutes. That's not comforting. I'm not trying to comfort you. I'm trying to be honest. She looks at him, at this man she thought she knew. Who are you? The question comes out as a whisper. He meets her eyes. Doesn't answer. The lights flicker, then go out completely. In the darkness, his voice finds her. I'm the man who's going to get you out of here, no matter what it costs. Something in his tone makes her believe him. And that terrifies her more than anything else. The truth unfolds. The darkness in the elevator is absolute. Gwen can't see her own hands, can't see Dominic even though he's right beside her. But she can hear him breathing, controlled, measured. How long has it been? Her voice sounds too loud. 3 minutes. It feels longer. It always does. The air is getting thicker, harder to pull into her lungs. Dominic. I know. Are they really cutting the oxygen? A pause. Yes. She tries to slow her breathing, tries not to panic. Fails. Hey, his hand finds hers in the dark. Look at me. I can't see you. Then listen. Focus on my voice, in through your nose, out through your mouth, slow. She tries. Her breath comes in gasps. Slower. I can't. Yes, you can. In 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4. She follows his count. Once, twice. Her heart rate slows. Good, keep going. They sit in silence, breathing together. Then Gwen speaks. Why did you come back tonight? I told you, files. No, the real reason. A long pause. I got a call 4 hours ago, anonymous. Said there was going to be a hit tonight on the office. I needed to get the folder before they did. So you left the gala? Yes. And came straight here? Yes. Why didn't you call security, the police? Because half the security guards are on Rossi's payroll, and the police can't move fast enough. The pieces start fitting together in Gwen's mind. You knew they were coming. I suspected. And you came anyway. The folder is the only thing keeping me and Sofia alive. I couldn't let them take it. Where is it, really? He's quiet for a long moment. Safe deposit box, different bank, different name, miles from here. So all of this, the office, the tunnels, everything, it was for nothing. Not nothing. They don't know it's not here. As long as they think I have it nearby, they have to negotiate. Negotiate what? My life for the folder. The casual way he says it, like he's discussing a business deal. And me, her voice is small. What am I in this negotiation? Another pause, longer this time. Leverage against me. The words hit like a physical blow. They think I matter to you. You do matter. I'm your assistant. You're more than that. She wants to ask what he means, doesn't. The elevator creaks, shifts slightly. Both of them go still. What was that? Gwen whispers. They're doing something to the cable. Something good or something bad. With them, always bad. The speaker crackles again, Vincent's voice. Time's up, Cross. What's it going to be? Dominic doesn't move, doesn't speak. Nothing to say, that's not like you. Still silence. Fine, let me make this easier. We know the folder's not in the building. We've torn apart every floor, every office. It's not here. Gwen feels Dominic tense beside her. But here's what we also know. You wouldn't have come back tonight unless you thought you could get to it, which means it's close, within reach, probably within a few blocks. Vincent's getting too close to the truth. So here's my offer. You tell us where it is. We verify. You and the girl walk away. Everyone lives, everyone's happy. Except I'm dead the moment you have it. Dominic finally speaks. Not necessarily. Yes, necessarily. The folder is the only thing keeping me breathing. You think I'm stupid enough to give that up? A chuckle. No, I think you're desperate enough, especially now that you've got company. The speaker goes quiet. Then Vincent's voice changes. Softer, more dangerous. Tell me, Cross, how much is she worth to you? Dominic's hand tightens on Gwen's. She's nobody. Wrong place, wrong time. Is she? Because from where I'm standing, you've gone through a lot of trouble to keep her alive tonight. Most people would have left her in the office, used her as a distraction. But not you. I'm not a monster. Aren't you? You've been laundering money for the Rossi family for 6 years. You've helped us cover up murders, fraud, racketeering. Every dirty deal we've made, you made legal. You're as guilty as any of us. The words hang in the darkness. Gwen pulls her hand away from Dominic's. 6 years, her voice shakes. You said too. Gwen, you've been doing this for 6 years. It's complicated. No, it's not. You've been a criminal for 6 years, while I worked for you, while I filed your paperwork and scheduled your meetings and, her voice breaks. God, I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. I believed you, all of it. The legitimate business, the high-profile clients. I thought we were the good guys. We are, I am. I've been trying to. Trying to what? Escape, with a folder full of evidence you collected while committing crimes yourself. She laughs, and it sounds wrong. You're not a whistleblower, Dominic. You're just another criminal trying to save his own skin. The speaker crackles. Sounds like trouble in paradise. Vincent's enjoying this. Maybe you should tell her the whole truth, Cross, about why you hired her in the first place. Gwen goes cold. What's he talking about? Don't listen to him. What does he mean why you hired me? Gwen, tell me. Vincent speaks before Dominic can. He needed someone clean, someone with no connections to the family, someone who could handle the legitimate work without asking questions, someone innocent. That's enough. Dominic's voice is sharp. Someone expendable. The word echoes in the small space. Expendable. Is that true? Gwen can barely get the words out. Dominic's silence is answer enough. You hired me because I was innocent, because I wouldn't suspect anything. Yes. Because I was easy to manipulate. No, that's not. Because if something went wrong, I'd be the perfect scapegoat. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like? He doesn't answer. The elevator shifts again, drops 6 inches. They both scream. It stops, cable groaning. Oops, Vincent's voice is mocking. Careful up there. These old elevators can be unpredictable. You son of a, Dominic starts. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell me where the folder is, or I'm going to drop this elevator, with both of you in it. 17 floors, about 170 feet. The fall won't kill you instantly. You'll have a few seconds to think about your choices, to hear her screaming, to know you could have saved her. Gwen's entire body is shaking now. You have 60 seconds. Don't do this, Vincent. 50 seconds. She has nothing to do with this. 40 seconds. I'll give you the location. Just let her out first. 30 seconds. I'm serious. Let her out and I'll tell you everything. 20 seconds. Vincent. 10 seconds. The cable groans louder. Fine, it's at First National, downtown branch, box 447. Key is in my apartment, hidden behind the bathroom mirror. Silence. Then Vincent laughs. See, that wasn't so hard. The elevator lurches upward, starts moving. Going up. Wait, Gwen's voice is hollow. You just gave them everything. I gave them a location. You said. I said what I needed to say to keep us alive for another 10 minutes. So it's not true about the bank. He doesn't answer. The elevator reaches the 12th floor, stops. The doors open. Vincent is standing there, smiling, 4 men with him, all armed. Hello, Cross. Thanks for the information. Dominic steps in front of Gwen. Let her go. You have what you want. Do I? Vincent tilts his head. See, I'm not sure I believe you. The downtown branch is closed for renovation, has been for 3 weeks. Dominic's face doesn't change. So you lied, which means we're back where we started. Vincent nods to his men. Take them both. The men move forward. Dominic's hand goes to his gun. But there are too many. They grab him, wrench the weapon away. Grab Gwen. She fights, kicks, screams. It doesn't matter. Vincent walks up to Dominic, gets close. You should have taken the deal when you had the chance. Now, he shrugs, now we do this the hard way. He turns to Gwen. And you, sweetheart, you really did pick the wrong night to work late. Betrayal. They're dragged down the hallway, 2 men on Dominic, 2 on Gwen. Her arms feel like they're being ripped from their sockets. Let her go. Dominic struggles against his captors. This is between me and the family. Vincent walks ahead of them, casual, like this is a normal Tuesday night. Everything is between you and the family, Cross. That's what happens when you steal from us. I didn't steal, I documented. Same thing. They're pushed into a conference room, the one Gwen has sat in 100 times, planning presentations, reviewing contracts. Now it's something else entirely. The men shove them into chairs, cable ties around their wrists, tight, cutting into skin. Vincent perches on the edge of the conference table, pulls out his phone. Let me show you something interesting. He swipes, turns the screen toward them. Security footage from inside Dominic's office, earlier tonight. Before the lockdown. The timestamp says 6:47 p.m. The door opens, someone enters. Not Dominic. Someone else. The figure moves to Dominic's desk, opens drawers, searching. Finds nothing. Moves to the bookshelf, the one with the hidden panel. Presses the release. The panel opens. No, Dominic's voice is barely a whisper. The figure steps inside, returns 30 seconds later. Empty-handed. But they know about the tunnel now. The figure turns toward the camera. Gwen's blood turns to ice. It's Marcus. Dominic's second in command, his right hand, the man he's worked with for 4 years. Marcus, Dominic sounds like he's been punched. Surprise, Vincent grins. Your most trusted associate has been working for us for 6 months. That's not possible. Oh, it's very possible. See, we knew you were building a case. We knew you were planning to run. We just didn't know when or how. Vincent stands, walks around them slowly. So we flipped Marcus. Promised him your position once you were gone. He's been feeding us information ever since. Gwen's mind races. 6 months ago. That's when Marcus started handling more of Dominic's meetings, more of the sensitive files. When he started staying late. When he started asking questions about Dominic's schedule. He told you I'd be here tonight. Dominic's voice is hollow. He told us everything, your escape plan, the folder, even your sister's location. Dominic lunges forward, the cable ties cut deeper. If you touch her. Relax, we're not animals. Sofia is safe, for now, as long as you cooperate. The door opens. Marcus walks in. He looks uncomfortable, won't meet Dominic's eyes. Marcus, Dominic's voice is eerily calm. Look at me. Marcus hesitates, then does. Was it worth it? You don't understand. Marcus's voice shakes. They were going to kill my family, my wife, my kids. I didn't have a choice. Everyone has a choice. Easy for you to say. You don't have anyone they can use against you. Just Sofia, and she's been off the grid for years. So you sold me out to save yourself. I did what I had to do. Vincent claps slowly. Beautiful, really, but we're wasting time. He turns to Dominic. Marcus has been very helpful, but there's one thing he couldn't tell us, where the actual folder is. Because I never told him. Smart, paranoid, but smart. Vincent pulls out a knife. Which brings us to our current situation. You're going to tell me where it is, or things are going to get very unpleasant. He moves toward Gwen. Dominic's whole body tenses. Touch her and I'll kill you. With what? Your hands are tied, your men are dead or working for us. You've got nothing. The knife hovers near Gwen's face. She tries not to flinch, tries to be brave. Fails. Last chance, Cross. Where is it? Gwen speaks before Dominic can. He's lying about the folder. Everyone turns to look at her. What? Vincent lowers the knife slightly. There is no folder, not the way you think. Gwen, don't. Dominic starts. He told me in the elevator. The folder is a bluff. He's been feeding false information to Marcus for months. Everything Marcus told you, it's wrong. Marcus's face goes white. That's not possible. I saw the files, I saw. Decoys. Gwen's voice is stronger now, building the lie in real time. He suspected someone was leaking. So he created fake documents, let you find them, let you think you knew his plan. Vincent studies her. You're lying. Am I? Then why hasn't he given you the real location, even with a knife to my throat? A flicker of doubt crosses Vincent's face. He looks at Marcus. Is this true? I don't know. The files seemed real. Seemed real. Vincent's voice drops to a dangerous whisper. They had dates, names, everything checked out. Against what? The information we already had. Vincent's anger is building. If Cross planted the files, of course they'd match what we knew. Marcus backs toward the door. I verified everything, I swear. Did you? Vincent advances on him. Or did you just see what you wanted to see? The promise of power, of money. Vincent, You brought us here on bad intel, wasted my time, my resources, made me look like a fool to the family. It wasn't bad intel. I saw him working on something, late nights, encrypted files. Which could have been anything. Vincent's hand goes to his gun. Marcus's eyes go wide. Wait, just wait, let me think. But Vincent's already decided. The gunshot is deafening in the confined space. Marcus drops. Gwen screams. Vincent turns back to them, gun still raised. Now, where were we? Dominic's face is unreadable, but his eyes are on Marcus's body, on the blood spreading across the expensive carpet. You just killed your own informant. He was useless. Vincent waves the gun dismissively. And expensive, this is better. The family won't see it that way. The family will see what I tell them to see. Vincent moves closer. But you're right, I do have a problem now. Marcus was my only source, which means I'm back to square one. He presses the gun to Gwen's temple. So let's try this again. Where is the folder? Gwen's entire body goes numb. The metal is cold against her skin. Don't, Dominic's voice cracks. Please. Then tell me. I can't. Yes, you can. If I tell you, we're both dead. You know that. And if you don't, she's dead right now. Your choice. Dominic looks at Gwen, really looks at her. She sees it in his eyes. He's going to give them what they want. To save her. Don't. Her voice is steady, surprising her. Don't give them anything. Gwen. If you give them the folder, they'll kill us both anyway. At least this way, Sofia has a chance. Someone out there has the evidence. I can't let you die. You don't have a choice. Vincent's patience snaps. Enough, 3, 2. The lights cut out. Complete darkness. Gunfire erupts from the hallway. Shouting, screaming. Vincent's gun moves away from Gwen's head. She hears struggling, bodies hitting the floor. Someone cuts her zip ties. A voice, female, unfamiliar. Move, now. Hands pull her up, push her toward the door. Emergency, lighting flickers on. Red strobes. Gwen sees chaos. New people in the room, fighting Vincent's men, professional, coordinated. And standing in the doorway. A woman, mid-30s, dark hair, eyes exactly like Dominic's. Sofia, Dominic's voice is shocked. Move, little brother, we don't have much time. She tosses him a gun. He catches it. How did you? Explanations later, survival now. They run. Out of the conference room, down the hallway. Behind them, more gunfire. Ahead, the stairwell. They're almost there when Gwen's mind catches up. Sofia just appeared, just saved them. Which means she was here, in the building. Watching. Waiting. How long have you been here? Gwen asks as they run. Sofia doesn't answer. Sofia, how long? Sofia glances back, since before the lockdown started. The implication hits like a truck. You knew this was happening. You knew they were coming. Yes. And you let it happen anyway. I needed to know who I could trust, who was loyal to Dominic, who was working for Rossi. They burst into the stairwell, start descending. You used us as bait. Gwen can barely process it. I used the situation. Dominic stops on the landing. Sofia, tell me you didn't. Didn't what? Set up Marcus. Plant the idea that you'd be here tonight. Make sure Vincent would come himself instead of sending foot soldiers. You orchestrated all of this. Sofia's expression is cold. Someone had to. You were taking too long, being too careful. The family was closing in. We needed to draw them out, make them reveal their hand. People died tonight. People who chose their side. Gwen stares at this woman, this stranger who looks like Dominic but sounds like Vincent. Who are you? Sofia smiles. I'm the person who actually knows how to win this war. Gunfire from above. They're being followed. Move, Sofia continues down the stairs. But Gwen doesn't follow. Because she just realized something. Sofia orchestrated tonight, which means she knew Gwen would be here. Knew she'd be in danger. And let it happen anyway. You used me too. The words come out flat. Sofia stops, looks back. You knew I was working late. You made sure I'd stay. What did you do? Send fake emails? Create fake deadlines? Sofia's silence is confirmation. Oh my God. It was necessary. I almost died. But you didn't, and now we have what we need. Which is what? Sofia's smile widens. Vincent, alive, and very motivated to tell us everything about the Rossi family's operations. She pulls out a phone, shows them footage. The conference room, Vincent on the floor, zip-tied, gagged. My team has him secured, along with 3 of his men. The rest are dead or fled. Dominic looks ill. You planned all of this. Yes. Used your own brother as bait. To save him, to save us both. By putting us in a building with armed killers. By controlling the situation. Sofia pockets the phone. You wanted out of the family, Dominic. This is how you get out, not with a folder full of evidence, with leverage, with prisoners we can trade, with proof that we're not weak. The stairwell door above them crashes open. More men. But these ones are different, moving differently, tactical, professional. Hours, Sofia says. I have 30 people in this building. We've been here for hours, waiting for my signal. Gwen's legs give out. She sits on the stairs. This whole night, everything that happened, the terror, the fear, it was all planned. The framework was planned. The details were improvised. People could have died. People did die, the people who needed to. Dominic sits next to Gwen, puts his head in his hands. I can't believe you did this. Believe it and be grateful. Because tomorrow morning, you're walking into the FBI office with Vincent, with confessions, with everything you need to destroy the Rossi family and disappear. And Gwen. Sofia looks at her. She can disappear too. New identity, new life if she wants. If I want, Gwen laughs. It sounds hysterical. What choice do I have? I know too much. I've seen too much. You made sure of that. I made sure you'd survive. There's a difference. The tactical team reaches them. Their leader nods to Sofia. Building is secure. 12 hostiles down, 3 captured, 0 friendly casualties. Good, extract the prisoners. Clean the scene. We leave in 10 minutes. The team moves out. Sofia offers her hand to Gwen. Come on, let's get you out of here. Gwen doesn't take it. Just look at Dominic. At this man she thought she knew, whose sister just revealed she's been manipulating everything. Who are you people? The question is exhausted, broken. And for the first time all night, no one has an answer. After the confrontation, in the tunnel garage, Dominic looks at her differently now, not as collateral. Then headlights switch on behind them. Men step out. One says, Boss, your brother sends his regards. Dominic whispers, this was never about the money. Gwen realizes she wasn't trapped with a mafia boss. She was trapped inside a family war.